Hey guys, what's going on? Petey here. So, today we're going to be talking about creating good habits and what good habits even are in this game. So, for starting off first, I'm going to say this. This is probably the most important one, is to check your phone or check your game frequently. Uh, you need to be logging in, especially if you follow the rest of these steps. You're going to be moving around a lot. You need to be checking to make sure that whenever you do, say you're moving some troops, make sure that they're going the right way. And if they start getting shot at by something, that could potentially kill them, especially on this campaign map. This campaign map's nuts. But you want to make sure that your troops are safe and that you're not freaking dying, continuously. Now you can set up notifications, push notifications. They're not here. Maybe it's because I'm on BlueStacks. But you can set up push notifications, and you can have your phone or whatever be pinged anytime that you get attacked or anytime your city isn't making troops and stuff like that. But in my experience, it's not that reliable. There's been a lot of times when I've gotten a ping and it says your city's under attack, and I'm like, oh my god, and I freaking click on it, and I get into World Warfare and it loads up, and then I look and the city's captured. I'm like, oh shit. I've had that happen multiple times. So to caveat that, whenever I have a spare second, or if I'm going to go and do something that, you know, uh, that's going to take, maybe make dinner or something like that, I'll make sure to check it before I get off, and then check it as soon as I get done with whatever I'm doing. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, case by case basis, but if you follow the rest of the steps, you'll understand why. So just check, frequently, do some upgrades, and then get off. You take, a minute to do that. So that's the first habit. Second habit: set timers on important upgrades. Now this is very essential in my mind for running like airmen. This also applies to other, techs. But as far as airmen goes, there's only two ways to get bombers out on the field, unless you get it from some crazy mission or something like that. Number one way is to level up your city to level 10. Number two way is to get your league city up to level 3. Both of those are a substantial amount of time. The last couple upgrades on them are multiple hours. So what I do is as soon as I go to city level 10, I'm going to have to upgrade the munition factory after that. I'll set a timer for exactly how long it takes for that upgrade to finish. And then once the timer goes off on my phone, I will queue back in and look, and my upgrade will have like 30 seconds left or whatever. And then I just freaking wait. As soon as it's done, upgrade munition factory, set another timer, and then I'm gone. Now, what that allows you to do is it allows you to get those upgrades in consistently back to back to back to back, and it'll let you get to your goal as fast as possible with like zero downtime. Very, very, very important. I see that happen a lot where people are going bombers and they're like, all right, I'll be back. And they just forget about it. I forget about it all the time. So, yeah, very important there. Another thing to remember, too, moving on to our next habit, is make sure that if you're starting to get a little bit sleepy, that you have your freaking troops in a safe area, man. I've seen it too many times, and I've done it so many times. When I first started playing this game, I'd be load up all my troops into a transport, and I'd be like, okay, we're gonna move over here, and I move, and then I close my phone, and then I get on YouTube, and then I freaking chill, this and that, and then I end up falling asleep, wake up, and all of my troops are dead because the plane ran out of fuel, and um, I have to restart my army. That's very, very, very not efficient as far as anything goes. So make sure uh, you get your stuff landed. It's not flying. If you get a little bit sleepy, and you should be good. One thing that I do, I send out my bombers a lot. I don't have any bombers in this field, so I can't really show you. But I'll send my bombers out on like attack missions. So, for example, say I had an Air Force here, my bombs, I'd send it out and I would attack here, and then probably attack like here, and then have them come back to the base and land. And I just do that continuously through the field, so they're always like actively bombing stuff. And how you do that is by taking one of your troops, click attack, then you can come here to the edit commands, and then you can attack over here, and then you can attack over here, and then you can have them enter whatever airport or whatever Navy base or whatever Army base that you need to. Okay, and so when you do that, basically the freaking whatever unit you're using will go to this point. If there's nothing to attack, it'll keep moving. If it sees anything in the way, it'll attack it. But attack, attack, and then come back and go to your base. Look at that! Finally killed him. Sheesh. Thank you. Alrighty. So moving on to our next step, having good asset management. Okay, so we talked about upgrading your stuff pretty frequently, right? And setting timers to upgrade your stuff. Well, it's very important that when it comes time for that upgrade to pop, that you have the resources there that you need. I clearly don't have enough resources here for this, but so say like after this, I'm trying to get this whole thing rebuilt as fast as I can. Me, I personally don't care, but say I am. Set a timer for 18 minutes, and then I need to make sure that, say this one's next. I need to make sure that I have $1,000 ready to go for when this one gets there, so I can do it. Best way to do it is by getting these command setters to level 10 in all of your bases, level 5. The transport changes between levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So whenever you're 1, 2, 3, 4, the transport is a little resource truck, and it moves very slow. But the transports here, when you get to level 5, I'll show you. We'll just send one thing out. Who cares? It becomes this little plane. It just flies a straight line to whatever city you sent it to, and you're good. Now with these resource planes too, another thing on them is that they will not be attacked by any NPCs. So like you see this line, I'm flying over several NPC cities, but it won't be attacked by NPC cities. Now it will be attacked by other players' cities. So you need to make sure that your path is clear and there's no one has like a little military zone or nothing like that before you fly over. Otherwise, your stuff will get shot down. Pretty low HP and it moves pretty slow, relatively speaking. But it moves a lot faster than the little resource truck. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Next thing, you're going to want to keep technology upgrades continuously going. So what I mean by technology upgrades is I mean your class tech. You always want to have class tech upgrading. Always, always, always. So there becomes a point when you get to about 200 tech where it like all these upgrades go up in price per time. Like you see that this might freak you guys out just seeing this. I've seen someone level 200 airmen and their upgrades are like 450,000 gold a pop. So there becomes times when it gets a little freaking expensive, and maybe having 0.1 max HP per minute repair on flak, tank destroyers, and AT guns isn't worth it. But that's a different topic. All I'm saying is if you're not at 200 tier, you need to have these things consistently going. And so if you notice, my next upgrade, this one ends in 12 hours. My next upgrade cost 144,000 gold, and I only have 110. I overspent a little bit, and there might be a little bit of downtime here. But you can kind of caveat that by doing your daily missions and trading in your daily missions for gold coins to kind of get that little boost, so that way you can start it. Because these upgrades, they take like freaking 2 weeks, and you want zero downtime on them. So yeah, make sure that these are always going. If you don't have the second one unlocked, that's fine. I do, just because I decided to. I don't know. But if you're only going to go airman, tanker, or cannon, that's all you really need to do. Just do one. It's fine. But moving on from there, you need to set up your officer squads. So this is fairly new as well. You have different squads here. You see I have a Strat Air squad. I have a Mitsubishi Air squad, and then I have a Map Start squad. Now, Map Start, I have a turret guy. I have my light tanks, medium tanks, my assault guns, and another medium tank. And all I do is I click activate, and all those guys get put into place, and those become my new dispatched officers. So whenever I get into a map, they're going to be set to whatever I ended my last map on. I just quickly come here, click activate, exit out, and now my tanks are ready to go with the officers, and I don't have to click through all of them. Now, sadly, I'm going to have to fix these because I'm running Navy, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's another good habit to have. Set up your squads to be ready to go. Let's see. What's next? always be attacking. So I touched on that. The reason why you always want to be attacking is because your troops, or not your troops, but your freaking battle XP and your battle level is very important in these battlefields. So every battle level that you get yourself some more troops, and you also get yourself some more capturing flags. Very important, because say I'm battle level 33 right now. Say I'm fighting someone who's battle level 20. I'd have probably 20 more troops on the field than he would. So, 40 troops versus 60. I'm pretty much going to win that fight no matter what, unless something crazy happens. So, having the higher battlefield level is very important. The way you do that is by attacking. You get your battle ranking up, and yeah, so always have your troops moving and attacking. Don't just have them sitting there. It's unless they're upgrading, which we'll get into right now. Upgrade your troops. Okay. Now, if you don't know what I mean about upgrading, look at here Steiner. He's really good at upgrading. So he's got level 2 cruisers, level 3 cruiser, and you can just see they get bonus stats because they're upgraded. Now, how you upgrade them, if you've never done that, I'm going to make a separate video on this. It's a long topic. But basically how you do that is you come into whatever you're using, Navy base, airport, Army base, anything like that. Come in here. Don't go to train, sorry. You go to troop list. From here, you'll see your troops in here. You can refill your troops. And then if you're above level 3, you can expand them. So what it takes population, it takes money, and then it also takes another armament to upgrade them. So you can upgrade these up. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not even max army yet, and I don't plan to be. But typically in a normal battlefield, if there was a lot of enemies, I 100% would be doing this continuously. Just be upgrading your troops, have them sit in here and be upgrading, and do that on every single port if you have it, or every single airport, or every single army base. Spread your troops around and have them be upgrading constantly, because when you get into that fight, your troops are going to be so much freaking stronger than the normal level 1 troops. With that, you always want to be creating stuff too. So say you're going to go Tiger tanks, and you want your Tiger tanks to be going. You literally come on whenever you check on your phone, and you go to every single munitions factory. I don't even think I have one on this city. Every single munitions factory that you can that's not upgrading, and you just make sure that you're training more troops. Literally all of mine are down. Bad example. This is a weird field for me, so bad example. But you come in here, and whatever you're running, say you're running Tigers, make sure you're queuing up more Tigers. Make sure you're queuing up more freaking jets, more aircraft, more scouts, and upgrading them as much as you can. Whenever the end game fight comes, there's always an end battlefield fight. Your troops will start rolling out there, and you're going to be freaking looking pretty stacked with that. So another good habit to have there. Don't spend gems when not needed. So I've seen this so many times, especially in leagues where they tend to spend a lot of cash, which is one of my leagues. I'm not gonna lie. They tend to spend a lot of cash, and I've seen some crazy stuff with these guys. Me, I made a video. All I spend is $30 a month on the gold, or the gem pack. It gives me amethyst every day, like 2,000 amethyst, $30 a month. But some of these dudes, they drop some cash, and I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen people have be getting attacked by 30 light tanks, and they just instantly gem like 40 medium tanks for no reason at all, and that costs like 10,000 gems. And they do it just to kind of be funny, or just to whatever. I don't I don't understand it. You don't need to do that. I've made a lot of how to spend gems efficiently videos, and by God, freaking follow them. It's, if you have a lot of money and you want to drop it on this game, that's fine. But drop it into things that'll really benefit you, and save your gems for when you really need them. Okay? Finally, last tip I'm going to say is communicate well. Now, in some maps, this is more important than others, but on this map in particular, this is the campaign map, there's these NPC cities that have names: Paris, Madrid. This one I captured is Rome. There's a bunch of them. Whenever I'm going to go attack, here's Athens. Whenever I'm going to go for one of these cities that clearly everybody's going to want, I go ahead and I announce in my team chat, and I just say like, "Hey guys, I'm going to." There's a perfect example. Hey guys, I'm going to go to Athens right now. If anyone's headed there too, let me know, and I won't go there. That alleviates a lot of headache, a lot of issues that happen in the league. Most of the time, most issues I see is people attacking cities where someone else wanted to take that city as well, and they're kind of like you're like kind of fighting over it. It's not cool, man. You guys are all teammates. Just announce what you're doing, and then if somebody comes in there and tries to take it from you, be like, "Yo, I announced it," and then usually it'll alleviate that situation. Here's another example. Crisis. He sent 43k oil to one of our LCs for mitts. So right there, that's freaking all right. Just pop something like that into chat, and whenever that oil shows up, if I was making mitts, we would know. You know, communication is key. We communicate in our league. We use a different platform, kind of like Discord, but it's called Line Chat. We can ping each other on that, and it makes it really easy to talk between all of us. So we use that as well because you don't get pings from getting PM'd in game on your phone. So if you need to tell someone something important, if they're getting attacked or whatever, you can just ping them. I find stuff like that very important. So yeah, communicate well. Now those are the majority of the good habits that I thought of before making this video. If you guys have anything to add, feel free to hit the comments. If you got any questions on anything I said, hit the comments. And yeah, I appreciate it. This was a long one, but you follow this, and I swear, man, you're gonna see a big increase in how well you do on these battlefields. All right, thanks for tuning in. It's nice talking with you guys. We'll see you next time. PD out.